Outside your house.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on over there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm working on two at the moment
I've just had a sandwich.
because I've got I'm using oil
Where
paints
are you?
which don't dry very easily. So
Oh, yeah.
I need to leave one while it dries and then I work on the other one. Yeah. So this one's nearly finished.
Not where we went
but
before.
not quite. I've still got a few things to do in this one. But this one's only at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's my base
Yeah.
start. And then I'll work on from that. Do you paint or draw or anything?
Yeah.
I did it my own ever, but he's
Yeah.
the painter.
All right.
Is it, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. What about
I won't
you?
say I'll meet you.
She does
I
some
might
painting,
see
don't you?
down
Something
there.
Do you enjoy it?
All right then.
Do you like drawing? This is in Cornwall, down in the south of England. This is in Florida. That's in Spain. That's in Cornwall, that one.
Cornwall, I like Cornwall.
Yeah, that's Boscastle. Whereas this is Harland Bay. That's Bognor Regis. I get around a bit.
Hello.
This is my husband Mark Dale's work. Sadly he can't be here because his mother's very ill, so it's a small selection of what he does do. He works in gouache, which is
Gouache?
yeah, it's like watercolour, but the difference being you can actually layer it, and you can do, when he does his trees, he starts with the black and then adds the green and the light and what have you, which you can't do in watercolour. So it's a very much more user-friendly media, really. He does commission, so he'll put photographs together. If somebody's got a particular view that they like and a dog, their own dog, then he will put the dog in the view and create an individual piece for whoever wants it. Say commissions of houses, pets.
Very realistic.
Yes, they are.
And very bright.
Almost photographic. A lot of it's Cornwall because that's his home and his heart.
This one very much.
Yeah, that's St Michael's Mount. It's that's the same place, and that's.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Sorry, I could take a video. Yes, thank you. It's your art. Could you tell me about your art? sounds
Okay, this is stoneware clay.
What?
Stoneware clay.
Stonework clay, yeah.
With porcelain slips. And then the dark areas are oxides. And the base is reclaimed timber with old nails.
Where you take this one? You find
I find the materials either reclaim.
I like wheels.
Again, ceramic whale. And it's mounted on ship's oak. And I like to incorporate the joins to show the story of where it has come from. The fact that the material itself used to be a ship and that being a nautical theme, there's a connection there.
Where you find your inspiration?
It all comes from storytelling. I like to create a story, and the theme is the sea. So they're part real, part fantasy.
Hello.
Ceramic artist.
Ceramic artist. Could you tell me about your art?
Oh, that's... How long have you got? Story.
Long story.
So I make ceramics, which is inspired by English, European folk arts tradition, and peasant art, if you like.
Where you take your material?
Well, the material's from local, Stoke-on-Trent. All my clay comes from Stoke-on-Trent. Glazes I make myself. Yeah, so it's all kind of local materials.
Very interesting animals. Where you take your inspiration?
Oh, gosh. That's a very deep hole in here. Fun. I love fun. You've got to have a bit of fun in art, a little bit of humour. But in particular, a lot of these ceramics here are very inspired by early English traditions from the 1700s. Probably is my passion, my favourite period.
Thank you. Hello. Can I take a video? Yeah. Thank you. It's your art? Yes. Your artist? Yes. What is the material?
Ceramics.
Absolutely gorgeous, and you're charging £70.
It's embroidered.
It is, yes, it's all hand embroidered. And I use hand dyed wool that's dyed on the skein so the colours go round and blend together, and you get lots of different colours and shades that you don't get with single threads.
Yes, lots of different color. How
How
you mix everything?
Well, you don't mix it; it's just there on the thread, because they'll put the dyers will put colours on, and then they blend together. So you'll go from dark green to light green to a slightly different green, and you get all the variations in between. And then I just cut a thread, and then I put the colour where I want it to be. So it's like somebody's mixed a paint palette for me, and then I just use it.
Technique.
I just tried it out, to be honest. I used to paint, and then I started just having a go at doing some stitching, and then I discovered the hand-dyed wool, and that just opened up new avenues for me. So it's about 7 years ago I started doing it. So.
7 years ago.
Yeah. I'm learning all the time as well.
Nice.
It's a kind of combination of using detail and using finer threads, and then less detail further back you go. It's very similar to painting, but it's kind of counterintuitive in that I tend to stitch the foreground first and then put the background in afterwards. So it's kind of slightly different from painting.
Where did you find your inspiration?
On my doorstep. I live in Flag. So a lot of these are actually in Flag.
And snow in Flag.
Yes, yeah. When it snows, I kind
Hello. Could I take video? Material do you use?
Aluminium. It's called anodised aluminium. And when the material is anodised, it allows me to dye it and decorate it. So it starts off just plain silver, and then I put all the colours on it. I've been doing this quite a long time. I've been doing this for years, so I've just learnt lots of techniques over the years.
We're slightly different in that I was the person that started the festival in 2005.
2005.
So we've been going now for 18 years. And since I started the festival, I have to be open. But the neighbours round here, they just do it because they're proud of their house, they're proud of Melbourne, they like what we do with art, they like how we support artists. And, sometimes I don't know why people open their houses. But it's just, they don't mind. It's over the weekend, and it's not been showing off. I just think they like to be a part of something that's supporting creative arts, supporting and celebrating the village in which we live, and having a good time. That's how we do it.
Yes, very good time.
I'm very pleased that they do, because we wouldn't have a festival without the houses. And so, I mean, when we came out of the pandemic, we couldn't go into private houses, so we just did. But then people opened their gardens, so we went into all the gardens, which is why you see so many gardens are open. And we went to all the halls and the gardens. So, but this is back to being the full festival, and it's well known and it's well loved, and people come from. Originally from Russia, just come from all over. So where do you live now?
In Burton-on-Trent.
Oh, is it? Well, it gets heard about, and people like coming here. So, and it's very popular. So.
Yeah.
And it's very hard work.
Hard work?
Yes.
Why?
It's got to be organised. This doesn't happen by itself. We have to work all year round for the festival. So it's just hard work all the time, and then particularly leading up to the festival, and there's just a huge amount to organise. It's big, it's complicated, and it's successful, and it's professionally done. So that way, you have, that's the secret. Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
Great pleasure.
Yeah, that's. Would you like to know how it's made?
Yeah.
You've got water droplets on a pane of glass. You put a print underneath, that's a Mondrian print underneath. And you take a photograph from the top and you focus in on the water droplets and they act like little lenses.
Yeah.
1/20,000th of a second for those, and about a 10,000th of a second for those.
So thank you, bye bye.
Sorry, could you tell me how you made this picture on?
Yeah, so I print onto it with textiles or with a silk screen. So I put the fabric onto the flat clay, and then I silk screen a liquid glaze slip through the gauze onto flat clay, and I let that dry, and I peel it off, or take the silk screen off, and then I have to wet the slab again before I start to make it into the shape I want it to be. That's how I do it.
It's difficult work.
Yeah, it takes time and lots of different stages of process, because it's difficult trying not to smudge this when you start to bring it to shape. So it's a white stoneware with, you see the white speckles in it. So that's what makes it frost proof.
Okay, thank you too.
It's a pleasure.
I heard that Maine very clever cat.
They're very clever, and they'll grow very big. They're only 20 weeks old. These are kittens.
It's a kid. Wow.
I think you want to eat me, don't you?
Yeah, he wants to get out.
Oh yeah, want to eat me? Beautiful colour.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you too.
Bye.
And it's more than I hope for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot our nice romances. I have for the longest time. I had second thoughts from the I said you're my one. Now I know the woman that you are, wonderful and it's more than I hoped for. I don't care what consequence it brings. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you to know. I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time.